Hey, what's up? My name is Ange. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing the reading 200 pages a day for a week. So I'm starting this challenge on Monday and I'm ending this on Friday. So like normal, I'm leaving Saturday for pages that I was not maybe able to read during the week because I do work full time. So I'm not always able to complete the challenges. So I kind of like tweak them for what works for me. So I have 3 books that I will be picking from in this video. I'm going to be reading Lock Every Door by Riley Sager, Maybe Meant to Be by K.L. Walther, and then Rogue by L. Kennedy. If I have to switch books, change books, add more books, then I will do so throughout the video, but these are the ones that I am starting with. I think that I'm going to start with Maybe Meant to Be by K.L. Walther, just because this is like a school kind of thing, and obviously so is Rogue. And then I think I'll put Riley Sager's Lock Every Door kind of in between them so I don't get too bored because I'm reading them so quick. This book only has 324 pages, so I will be finishing this one on Tuesday and picking up Lock Every Door. So Monday and Tuesday, and then Tuesday and Wednesday into Thursday. I shouldn't finish these books, right? I'm trying to do math in my head, but I can't. So these are the 3 books for this video. So I hope that you enjoy, and let's get into it. Good morning. Happy Monday. Today I am starting the reading 200 pages a day for a week challenge. I am starting off with Maybe Meant to Be by K.L. Walther. She's the author who wrote The Summer of Broken Rules, and I also read her other book not too long ago in a vlog, What Happens After Midnight. So this one follows Charlie and Sage. It says, if Charlie and Sage are meant to be, why can't Sage stop kissing Charlie's brother, and why can't Charlie stop thinking about kissing the new boy at school? Everyone at Bexley School believes that Sage Morgan and Charlie Carmichael are meant to be. Even though Charlie seems to have a new girlfriend every month and Sage has never had a real relationship, their friends and family all know it's just a matter of time until they realize they are actually in love. When Luke Morrissey shows up on campus, his presence immediately shakes things up. Charlie and Luke are drawn to each other at the moment they meet, giving Sage the opportunity to spend time with Charlie's twin brother Nick. But Charlie is afraid of what others will think if he accepts that he is much more than a friendship with Luke. And Sage fears that if she lets things with Nick get too serious too quickly, they won't be able to last as a couple outside of high school and they'll miss their chance at forever. Charlie and Sage will need to rely on each other and their lifelong friendship to figure out things with the boys they truly love. Aw. Okay. I really like her writing. It's very quick. And 200 pages is like more than half of the book today. It's going to stop in the middle of a chapter, which isn't terrible because page 200 is right here. So it's really not the end of the world. How far is the chapter? The chapter's like an extra like 10 pages. We'll see how I'm feeling if I just reach the end of the chapter because I don't like to stop in the middle, but we will see. So let's get this going. I'm super excited. The cover's super cute, and yeah. So I'm just checking in. I am 44 pages into it. I'm only on chapter 4. I'm like totally not loving it. I don't know. It just feels like I'm jumping into a story. This isn't like a spoiler reading vlog, so I don't want to give away too much and explain exactly why. But I just don't. I feel like I'm jumped into this story where I'm just. It's really hard to put into words, but do you know when you go into stories and you feel like that part is starting out? Like I feel like I jumped in late, or like in the mid, like in the right after the beginning of it, because I feel like I'm missing so many details. I just don't. I don't know. Like roughly 150 more pages to read today. It should be no problem, but I just feel like I don't know. It's okay. You know, let's just keep trucking along. Ugh, he's a Rangers fan. I don't agree. That is the one spoiler I will give you. Is Nick is a Rangers fan. If we haven't made it clear on this channel, I am a Devils fan. this book. I just feel very like bleh. I'm 95 pages in, so I have like 105 pages to go, and then I'm done for the day. I literally hate Sage. She is one of the most annoying female main characters like ever. Also, I think that their stories could have been 2 separate books. I don't like that they're like combined. I wish it was. I'm more interested in Charlie and Luke because I don't like Sage. I like Nick, but I don't like Sage. I feel bad for Nick because Sage is like, this is a spoiler, so just skip a few seconds if you're going to read this book. But he's like saying like, oh, we should go to homecoming. Like, it's a whole secret, right, that they're like together. Again, Nick is Charlie's twin. And she's like, has a thing with him. And he's like, oh, we should go to homecoming together. And she's like, well, I always go to homecoming with Charlie. Like, why are you being like that? You're not with Charlie. Charlie doesn't like you. Charlie likes Luke. You have a feeling that Charlie likes Luke. I just don't understand. She is not... I don't like her as a main character. I don't like her as a character at all. I don't think she's a good person. I'm not happy. Not happy. So we have a break. I'm in the middle of a chapter, but it's 200 pages. I finished for today, so yay! I've completed one day. Let's hope that I can do this for the rest of the week. But because it's like, you can see it's like a break in the chapter, I feel like it's okay to stop. It's not like directly in the middle. So I read 200 pages today. I will finish this book tomorrow. And some just like notes on how I'm feeling. Like I said earlier, I don't like Sage, like at all. I wish this story was purely Charlie and Luke because I love them. I feel bad for Nick. He deserves better. And I don't like Sage. It's not terrible. I don't love it. It's definitely not my favorite by her. I just don't like Sage, so I think her story and anything pertaining to her is really, like, ruining it for me. But I will get the ending tomorrow. So Monday is down. Monday is complete. 200 pages today. Pick this one up tomorrow, finish it off, and then probably pick up every lock every door, whatever, the pink covered one by Riley Sager tomorrow. So see you in the morning. Done with this book. Let's chat for a second. So just like a quick review of the book. I hate to say it, but I think that the max I would give this is like a 2.5. I just didn't care about the characters. I had no connection to it. It's not because of how fast I read it. I just feel like I didn't love the storyline. I feel like in the beginning we were just kind of thrown in, and that's just like the short version of how I feel. This one just wasn't for me. I didn't like Sage. I liked Nick. I feel like he deserved more, personally. And I did like Charlie and Luke together. But again, it is a YA novel, so it's really hard. But I think that I would rate this 2.5 stars. Now, I read from page 200 to 324, which was the end of the book, which means I have 76 more pages to read today. I am going to pick up Lock Every Door by Riley Sager. Let me grab that book real quick and then we'll read the back together. So I have Lock Every Door by Riley Sager here. This one says, her dream apartment, her worst nightmare. After responding to a mysterious newspaper advertisement, Jules Larson gets a job as an apartment sitter at the Bartholomew, one of Manhattan's most famous and secretive buildings. At first, the extravagance of the Bartholomew feels like a lucky break for recently heartbroken and penniless Jules, who has been haunted by misfortune for most of her life. But when a fellow apartment sitter in the building goes missing, Jules begins to suspect there are dark forces at work behind the Bartholomew's glamorous facade. Digging deeper into the building's past, Jules soon realizes that the Bartholomew is more dangerous than she thought, and that escape may be impossible. So, I have to read 76 pages today, which is like a decent amount, but I feel like I'll be able to do it, so like it's this much. It's in the middle of a chapter, and it's only a few pages until the end of the chapter, so I'll probably just finish that chapter. So it's up until chapter 11, roughly, 4 pages, and then chapter 11. So this book has 368 pages. So I'm going to get started on this. I'm going to finish this. I'll update you in a little bit, see how much I got done, and hopefully I am able to read the full 200 pages today. I read a little bit more than I needed to. I read to technically page 81, the start of chapter 11, because I couldn't just stop in the middle of a chapter like I could with the other book because there was no page breaks. So I'm done for today. I technically read like 104 pages, but, well, no, I didn't. I read 80 pages of this book. Technically, I read 204 pages, but I'm just, who cares? I'm not. Read to 282 tomorrow, which is chapter 40. So, that is the end of this day. I successfully completed. Like I said before, I finished Maybe Meant to Be, and I started Lock Every Door, so I will not finish this tomorrow, but I'll finish this one on Thursday, so that's good, and then start the next book. So I think that this went well. This book is giving me the heebie-jeebies, kind of making me a little nervy, so I'm glad to be done for the night. So that's good. And I will pick up tomorrow. I'll see you then. It is after work on Wednesday. I am on page 173. I'm starting chapter 23. I have to read about like 108 more pages until I'm done for the day. I started, I think, on page 83 or something. I really only needed to read till whatever the heck. This book is so weird. Again, I'm still reading Lock Every Door. So kind of creepy. Give me the heebie-jeebies when I was reading this morning. I was like, oh, I don't know about that. So I'm gonna read 108 more pages. I'm gonna stop on chapter 40, which is page 282, but I can't stop in the middle of a chapter, so I'm reading a little bit more than I need to, but it is what it is. So I have 110 pages left. This is how much I am reading tonight. I've already read roughly 100 pages, so let's get into it. Let's read. Let's successfully do this challenge, please. So if you haven't read this book, this isn't really like a spoiler, like it contains it, but it's nothing like crazy. I just have a comment that dumbwaiters are the scariest things on the planet. Like, literally the scariest thing on the planet. It's just, leave me alone. Oh my god. Well, that's it for today. I'm not reading more than the 200 pages that I was supposed to, so I'm gonna have to figure out the rest of that tomorrow. But I'm ending off on chapter 40, which is page 282 of 368, and then I'll finish this tomorrow, pick up the next book, and we get to find out what happens. This book is insane. This is probably one of the most intricate Riley Sager books that I've read so far. I've read a couple of his books, not all of them, but I feel like this one has the most kind of put into it, if that makes sense. I am really enjoying it. I'm glad that I picked this one up because I probably would have waited till like next fall to read this if it wasn't for this video, so I'm really happy that I picked it up. It's very interesting. But the end is coming soon, and I don't want it to be rushed, so I'm really hoping that the ending is really good, but we will see tomorrow when I finish it. Oh, and here's a great thing. It's Wednesday, and this is like probably the first challenge that I've done over a week that I have completed successfully 3 days in a row, so this is awesome. Let's keep going. I'll see you in the morning. I've been reading for a little bit, and I'm on chapter 51, page 354. I started out on page 382. So with the amount of pages that this book has, I will have read 86 pages, and then I'm going to read the other pages to get up to 200 in Rogue by L. Kennedy. The plot twist has happened. The plot twist is insane. I saw one of the things coming, but what it actually is, wasn't expecting that. I'm stressed. This is a lot. This is like probably my favorite Riley Sager book. Just saying. This is crazy. Literally crazy. That was so scary. I loved it. That was crazy. Whoa. That was so insane. Oh my gosh, that was so insane. Let me give you a quick review, and then I might start Rogue. I might not. Obviously, I'm going to start today. I just don't know if I'm going to start right this second. But wow. Okay, let's chit chat. Let's talk about this book. This book is not going to be a 5-star. Just because it didn't have like that 5-star feeling for me. I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like the ending was like a little rushed. Without spoiling anything, it's really difficult to tell you, but I feel like when she found out the truth, I wish it didn't jump into what it jumped into right away. Like, I wish there was more of like a struggle, if that makes sense. I would give it like 4.5, 4.75, which I typically don't do, but I think I would give it like 4.5 stars. This book was so good. And even, I think that if I didn't have to read the 200 pages a day, like for this video, I definitely would have finished this one quickly. These books are so easy to get through quick because you just want to know what happens so bad. But I absolutely love the ending. Like, she's a strong person. This was like so good, and probably one of my favorite Riley Sager books that I've ever read. I've only read like a few, but I think that this one was my top one because it was so intricate, and there were so many times where it was foreshadowing and I had no idea that when stuff does happen you're like, oh my god, that makes so much sense. Like, it was so good. I really enjoyed it, and writing was so good. I really enjoyed this, and I have had this book for a while and I was kind of like putting it off, which I don't even know why I did that, but then videos like this forced me to read books on my TBR, so this one was amazing. I would give it 4.5 stars. And next I'm going to be reading Rogue by Elle Kennedy. This is number 2 in the Prep series. I read Misfit like a really long time ago. Oh my god, this came out a year ago. I've had it for that long. I actually have the old cover of Misfit, as you can see on here. I don't have that cover. I have this cover of this one, but I have the original cover for Misfit. Apparently, let's see what I rated Misfit. I read... Girl. Apparently, I read this December 5th to December 8th of 2022. Now, my taste is so different from what it was. I don't think I would have rated this 4.5 stars. I think I was being generous. Let's just say that right now. I said on December 11th of 2022, my review, I'm going to read it to you, 4.5 stars. I loved this book. I was intrigued the entire time, and there was so much depth to this one, which I do remember. I agree with that, because in like the off-campus series and stuff like that, like I feel like it was very surface level. Maybe not so much the off-campus series, but what is that summer series that she had? The Good Girl Complex, Bad Girl, Reputation, those ones, and the Summer Girl, I think those are all part of the same one. I feel like they were very surface level. This one was very in-depth, so I do agree with that. It felt so different from her other books, and I'm super excited for the next one. The only part I didn't love was how many different point of views there were. At times it felt confusing, and I just kept asking why it was this person. All around, I really enjoyed it and recommend it. Well, that's good. Rogue is book number 2. And it says, it's been a long time since Casey Truscott has felt her life was her own. After the car accident that nearly cost her everything, she's used to her family's coddling and the relentless whispers at school, no matter how much they sting. After all, she's found a safe harbor in her budding relationship with Sandover's golden boy, Fen Bishop. Or so she thinks. Beneath Sven's pretty party boy surface is a dangerous truth about the night Casey almost died. He thought lying to her was the right thing to do, but when the secret shakes loose, he just might lose her for good. Because Casey is done being taken advantage of. Grasping for the control she's been missing, Casey finally snaps, telling off her bullies, gallivanting with rebels and playboys, and shirking her headmaster's father's strict curfews despite the consequences. A desperate Fen must ally with his stepbrother RJ and the other Sandover delinquents to uncover the full story of Casey's accident and the ones responsible if he hopes to win her back. But what happens if Casey is no longer the same girl he fell for? Is there any hope for their future if she's gone rogue for good? I don't remember the first one enough to even remember anything that they are talking about, but I'm super excited to see. I'm sure it'll all come back to me, and a lot of the time, like, a lot of things from the first book will be referenced, so I think that'll be good. I read 86 pages. That was what was left in this book today. So I have to read to page 114 in Rogue or wherever it leaves off on a chapter, unless there's a page break or something like that. So when I pick up that book, I will pick up the camera, so I will see you then. Does anyone know the TikTok where it's like, if I'm gonna be honest with you, I have no idea who this man is, or like whatever? Yeah, that's me with these characters, because I don't know literally a single one of them. I don't remember anything from the first book. At least, like, barely anything. I'm starting chapter 3. I'm lost. I'm so lost. It is what it is. I will get it eventually, but I'm not gonna reread Misfit just to read this book. I thought that I would remember. I'm sure it'll come back to me, but like... like the same exact spot, but it is hours later, I'm on starting chapter 9. I have to read to chapter 18. So I'm supposed to read to page 114 to finish for today. But it's in the middle of a chapter, so I'm going to read to chapter 18, which is page 118. So I have this much more to do. I don't like it. There are too many characters. There's so much to keep track of. I don't know how I rated the other book 4.5 stars. I don't know what I was doing, what I was on, that I rated it, but it's not bad. There's just so much going on that I'm kind of like, I just want something a little fluffier. But it's been on my TBR, so this is really good to do. But I am just, yeah. So many characters, so many point of views. I think this is like the 4th person. Well, we did Casey, Sloane, Silas, RJ. It's like the 4th or 5th person that I've had a point of view from. But that's like a lot. So much going on. Too much. But it is kind of coming back to me now. But I'm going to read. I'm going to try and get most of it done now because I have plans tonight. And then I won't really have time to read other than that. So we have to do this like right now. Okay, I'm on chapter 18, so I am done reading for today. I was able to finish Lock Every Door by Riley Sager and then get 118 pages into Rogue by Elle Kennedy. Like I was saying before, I don't completely love this book. There's just so many characters and there's a lot going on. I don't really remember the first book, Misfit, so I don't understand how I gave that book 4.5 stars when I looked on Goodreads, because I can't recall not even like a single thing from that. I don't think that was worth that kind of rating from me, but I can't speak for 2022 Angelina and what kind of books she wanted to read. So there's just a lot going on. It's not bad, it's just I'm not really loving it right now. I'm hoping tomorrow it'll get better, because tomorrow is the last day of reading 200 pages, so I have to read to 318 tomorrow, and that'll bring me to roughly chapter number 45, and then I'll have this much left in the book. This book is 378 pages, so I will not get to finish this book on camera, but that's okay, so you'll have to wait for my wrap up to see what I thought about this one. That is it. I will see you in the morning. This was going to be the first challenge that I believe I would have successfully 100% completed. However, I messed that up on Friday, but it's not my fault. Do you want to know why? And it's not a bad thing on why I didn't finish it. So I was reading a little bit in the morning. I'm on page 171. I have to get to chapter 45, which is 321 roughly, because it's like 318, but end of chapter. And Jess texts us. You remember Jess from the book club videos, Jess? And as you can see the picture here, she got engaged on Thursday night. So Karen and I went out, we made her like a little basket, and then we went out to eat to celebrate her. So yes, congratulations to Jess. So I'm gonna take that as like, I didn't completely fail, because like, what was I supposed to do? I had no time to read. We were celebrating her. So we're gonna take today next few hours to just finish up the rest of the pages that I have to read, and this video will be done, and I'm still gonna count this as a success. So it is what it is. I don't know what to tell you, so let's keep reading. So we have roughly 100 pages left. I am on page 223, chapter 32. Thoughts so far, it's okay. I'm just not super interested in it right now. I still feel like how I felt with the first book. There's like so many characters, and like for what? So I've completed reading for Rogue. I did not get to finish this book. I don't have too much left in it, not even 100 pages, so I will definitely finish this, but unfortunately you don't get to know my full thoughts on this book. But if I had to rate it now, it's definitely going to be in like the 3 range. In this video, you watch me read these 3 books, starting off with Maybe Meant to Be by K.L. Walther. I rated this book like 2.5 stars. Then I read Lock Every Door by Riley Sager. I rated this like 4.5 stars, and then Rogue, like I said, somewhere around the 3 range. It's getting better. I'm just like, there's a lot going on in it. Like I said, some things that I don't completely love. It's just not for me right now, I believe. But that is it, and that wraps up this video. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you all next time. Bye!